Now it's time for the Legacy Maker Sports Postgame Report.
What's good, sports fans? Todd Tracy here from Legacy Maker Sports Network. We're back at it week 3 of college football as the Flames gained another win to move on to another conference play after being UTEP Miners 28-10 Saturday night. The Flames defense looked tremendous Saturday night, holding the UTEP Miners fast-paced, no-huddle offense of 10 points, giving up one explosive play the entire game. And, I mean, what can you say about the Flames front seven? They was on it Saturday night. They was causing so much pressure for UTEP's offense. Even the quarterback throwing 2 picks. He did not sit comfortable in the pocket not one time since the first snap to the last snap of the game. And I just feel like the Flames defense was just playing like the best defense in Conference USA right now. I say the person who was a main factor was defensive end TJ Bush. He was the main factor of that defense. High motor, sense of urgency, effortless. A guy whose tank was never empty the entire game. The only time that tank was empty was when the clock hit triple zeros. And that was the end of the game. 1.5 sack, 2 pass deflections. He was in the backfield majority of the time, and he was causing that quarterback not to sit comfortable in the pocket. And he was just killing the left tackle and the right tackle the whole game. I just feel like he was like that best player on that defensive side of the ball Saturday night's game, excuse me, everybody, on Saturday night's game. And that's how, if they continue that play every Saturday, I feel like it's gonna be hard for offense score on that scoring that on Flames defense. For the offensive side of the ball, they played great. I mean, they had major injuries so far. Running back Quinn Cooley went down, and guess who stepped up? Billy Lucas. I mean, he saw the end zone 3 times, rushing for 104 yards, 21 carries. Kate Slaughter looked great, 15 out of 19. I believe like he was 78% on his passes, 228 yards, 1 touchdown. But the only thing is that I give Utah credit for their defense side of the ball. Their defense line was able to keep Salter contained in the pocket instead of like how most teams don't pay attention or let him run loose. They gain probably 60 yards for rushing and everything, but they kept him contained, holding him for 35 yards. I give UTEP credit for that. But overall, the Flames offense looked great. And what I'm more proud of as for the person who was watching the Flames was the penalties. 2 penalties for 20 yards. That's how you fix the corrections. What Coach Chadwell mentioned, like the last 2 games, 11 penalties for 130 yards. Second game, 11 penalties for 115 or 20 yards. And he kept mentioning I'm not coaching right, and he took full responsibility. And look how it turned out. 2 penalties for 20 yards. That's how you supposed to make the corrections. But either way, the Flames played great. Now they're on to East Carolina, and they'll be coming to Lynchburg, Virginia, Saturday. And I think the game will be at 6:00 at Williams Stadium. So I'm excited to see that game. This is going to be a huge test for the Flames, see how they play out. And plus, East Carolina's coming off a loss against Appalachian State, a tight one, when Appalachian State won 21-19. So this could be a good game next Saturday when they play against
them. I think we've always been honestly a mentally tough team. We've had some penalties that obviously the first couple of weeks that just were unlike us. And I think what happens is then you get all the outside noise and the social media on it and all that, and it puts a little bit more pressure on guys. I think we just had to start playing and take a deep breath, and we're what we showed as far as how we play, the discipline piece, the mental toughness. That's who we are as a program and our team. It's not what the penalties were the first couple of weeks, and it just needed some guys to understand that, work through it, and they did. And I thought you saw we played a cleaner game. Now, we are struggling from an offensive standpoint, from an efficiency standpoint. What I mean by that, we go to hand the ball off and we fumble it and we turn the ball over. I mean, we practice that all the time. Stuff like that is what's frustrating to me. Defenses and different things, they're doing things to you. I get that. But if you go back, we'll go back and watch this video, there's going to be so many plays that are there for us to make plays, to get score or get big plays, and nothing they did. It's all us and their ball handling and little things. So that was a frustration for me. But with this group, we have to stay positive. We have to continue to encourage. Our defense is playing well. And so there's certain things that normally I might be going for things just because I feel like we needed to jump. I didn't do those things tonight. And just, hey, let us figure out defensively. I think we have a lot of competition there. We brought a lot of guys in, and so there's a healthy competition. And we've had some guys injured, so you've not seen Mo Williams play a lot. You're not seeing Elijah Hopkins play a lot. So Christian Bodner is getting more opportunities than maybe we thought he would in some of the things. And then Dexter the same way. Those are guys that we knew would play some, but they're playing a lot of football right now. And I think they're playing well. They're playing well. And as we're working on getting E-Hop back and Mo back, those guys have really filled a void, and E-Hop and Mo played tonight, but Dexter and Christian are doing some great things. Now, Christian looked like he was running in mud on that interception. Now, I was beating him down the sideline, so I got to figure out what he was doing there. But he's playing really well from a confidence from a standpoint there. And more and more of these guys play, and they're playing more. I mean, their confidence will build. And as I told our team, is when your opportunities to make a play, make them. Somebody's going to have to step up now. If we lose the guys that got injured, if they're out, we're going to have people step up. Nobody's going to cry for us. Nobody's going to care. We got to figure it out. And so when guys are out, guys have to step up, and those guys have been. I think it's huge. Obviously Sibley had another great game, but our quarterback's got to continue to trust those other guys, right? That they'll make the plays when they need to. Tyson made two really nice plays. That one in the end zone, it was an unbelievable catch. I mean, it's a huge catch. I mean, it's pass interference, and he still made it. And then Reese getting his confidence, playing more and more. You can see that kid, he almost made that one, right? But and Caden's getting more confidence. Elijah Cannon had a couple nice plays. So that's coming, right? And what people don't realize, I think, from a standpoint, when you have so many new players that really only got going in the summer, besides the Sibley, right? It takes a while to get the time. It takes a while to do those things, and it takes a while to build that trust. We're slowly getting there, but for them to make the plays when they did tonight in key situations, third downs, then the quarterback's going to continue to trust those guys and make those plays. Right now, obviously, his safety blanket's 2-1. I don't blame him. He's running like a dang bull in a china shop right now. I'll keep talking. It's fine. And but one, when you're in a game like that, and your best player, best run back goes down, you got to put somebody there you trust that, hey, he's going to do what he needs to do consistently. And we and the defense and the whole coaching staff and the players, they have a lot of trust in Billy. We feel like our running back room is as good as there is in this league from a top to bottom standpoint. It's going to be tested. We'll see. It's going to be tested, right? But for him to be able to carry the ball that much, he looked strong. He was running through some tackles, really finished well. I mean, it was needed, right? It was needed. I mean, it wasn't easy tonight. As I said, we're still working in progress from standpoint offensively and some of those things, but most likely the MVP of the game. Yeah, and your Darius's does not sound good. We'll see. Cooley's does not sound good, but it's got to be a next man up mentality, right? And that changes you a little bit. Darius was a big part of that game plan, and then went out. What was that, the first quarter? I think went out early, and so that changed up some things there. He'd had a great week of practice, and so it's one of those things there where you got to figure out a way to overcome. And our guys did. I think it took us a little while. We just trying to find the right rhythm and flow with this having some different things that we had to do. But that Flames quarter there, our guys did a great job there in the fourth quarter, finishing drives and getting points. And I mean, realistically, we would have scored on the last three drives there. We about ran it in down there, but we thought better of it. Yeah, I thought they did a fantastic job. I mean, if you look right here, they end up playing 73 plays, and anytime you're playing against a team like that run some tempo and things, that's hard to do. Held them to 10 points, stopped them numerous times, 3 of 14 on third down, 1 of 30 on fourth down. Fantastic job. I thought they were, with the exception of the one big play right there, we gave up the big play. They were able to get some yardage, but man, when we needed to, bend up or stand up, we did. So I think our defense was exceptional. We played a lot cleaner game, right? We didn't give up foolish penalties in some of those, so very pleased with him.
Not just the sacks, but everything.
Just huge. I mean, he brings a great motor, great effort. He plays hard. He plays with excitement, urgency. He empties his tank. We challenged our team about emptying our tank, and he's one that empties his tank all the time. And he's becoming a great. Obviously, he's a great player, but he's becoming just a better and better teammate, better leader. By the way he's practicing, the way he's preparing, and that's how you're seeing him play now. I mean, he's preparing more. Last year, I think he's doing it as a just a new guy figuring things out, he's really taken on ownership of being more than just a a football player, really being a leader on that defense to get the guys going. I think it had something to do with he was getting drug out of bounds, and the guy hit him right there on the. I said out of bounds. Sorry, the Southern. And I think his leg was caught underneath him a little bit when he got hit, and it looked like almost like a ballet, split, trying to do the split, one of those things, or not ballet, cheerleading split, I guess. And it did something there. I didn't see it completely. I saw the hit. He got back up, but you could tell something was wrong. I mean, he was really hurting, and then they took him in the tent and said, "Yeah, when you're playing a lot of man like we do in some of those things, you want to make a quarterback throw from a well, so to speak, right? Where he has trouble seeing, and we got after him pretty good. I mean, they were holding us all night long. We didn't get a lot of calls, but we got after him pretty good, affected him, and I think he had 2 interceptions. Really should have been a third. But we made some plays and made him have to make some throws from some different angles that made him inaccurate on certain things. And so I thought our D-line did a fantastic job, and we're obviously banged up there, but I think you saw some of our depth, some guys rotating in that played well. As I told the team in there, you want to start strong. I thought we started the game way better than we had probably the first 2. We hit a little low there from an offensive standpoint, obviously, but defense kept the momentum going. And when they got it into 4 points, we found a way to keep it up to 11 and get stops. And so that D line was a huge.
A little bit there to take control.
It was huge because I think they're in the second half. We get to second 5, second 5, and then the second down was just an atrocious play. It'd either be a fumble on a handoff, which is unacceptable, or something happened, a penalty and all that. And I think the same thing happened there. And that third down, if my mistake was 14-10 at that time, right? Mm-hmm. And we were getting stopped for them, but we just weren't doing anything. And that was a huge play. It was a great call by Coach Korn. He got lost. Caden stayed in the pocket, found him, and that gave us the momentum, got us up 21-10. And then it just, we were able to keep that 11-point swing, if that makes sense. And so I thought that was a huge play from a momentum standpoint. And I thought Caden played really well. There were some times there where we didn't do some things from an execution standpoint, but he stayed with it and was able to manage the game and help us get through those time frames and really played well there in that last week.
Tonight.
Last week showed us that we have starting stone mentality, where we just play through the whole game no matter the circumstance, and no matter what the offense doing, special teams, we play started stone and just keep turning our other brothers on. So we understood that last week. So this week, during the week, we're just emphasizing doing that for all 4 quarters. I want to thank God for blessing me and gracing me for this ability. But other than that, the game plan wasn't filtered towards me. We just had all our pieces. We played together and everybody did their job. We had some spills. We had some people in bombers, and the ball just came our way. Started to make it
keep going. Maybe some of the depth you guys have by being able to rotate in and out some.
For sure, we trust all the guys that go in. We tell each other before we go in, before every play, just do your job. If everybody do their job, we're gonna have a good night. And that's the mentality that we've been picking up since game 1, and just being more disciplined than we was in game 1. And we can continue to grow, and as long as we keep growing, we're gonna be.
Guys have now as a defense to just be mentally locked in the whole game.
We have full confidence in ourselves in the offense. We just tell them do y'all thing. We got y'all. No matter what happened, we got y'all. And when we go out there, our mentality is to get the ball and score too. So if we can get the ball and score, put less on them. They put less on us, and whatever happenens, we just gonna keep striking and we play for each other. We play for the offense. We play for the person next to us on defense. As long as we have that mentality, we'll be tight. Yes, sir. For last year and this year, nobody really had expectations for us, but the point was to win. So no matter what we had to do, some games the defense went out there, did their thing, we won. Some games, most of the games the offense did their thing. But the point is just to win and play as a team. And as long as we keep doing that, if we keep winning, we just gonna keep doing our job.
So. For the game plan.
Yes, sir. They was telling us just run back after every play, run back to the ball, set the ball, get our feet in the ground. Because if we get our feet in the ground, we can play together. And other than that, we know stuff's gonna happen. We just have the mentality to just keep striking. Yeah, I think TJ said something about him getting the ball quick first possession. I was like, he gonna hold it too long. At one point, you gonna be there. So if we just the DBs did a great job with that quick game, just giving everybody else time to rally from linebackers and D-line out the stack, and they did a pretty good job. D-line, I was just telling them keep rushing hard, run out the stack when it's quick game, and he gonna hold it too long at one point. TJ a dog. He a dog, and it's he just do his job. When I'm at linebacker, I'm communicate with everybody. I know I'm just saying stuff, and TJ, CJ, Bryce, all them boys, they know exactly what they're doing. They know what they need to do each play, and I'm just relaying them. So it make it easier to try and to be the leader and the quarterback when everybody know their job and they're ready to execute.
From a player's perspective, what does that look like?
I be trying to remind everybody we won't know when our last play is, we won't know when our last game is. So every play you get, run. I say cross the wall. Can't say that, but just just everything you can, empty it out, because you know the person watching you, the person on the field with you, we all play together. So when you go out, next person in, you got the same standard, the same expectation across the board. So no matter who go in, do your job and your effort, you can control that. And your effort, we'll rather you come to the sideline for not having a lack of effort than messing up a play like a bust. But a bust can be fixed. A lack of effort is personal. So everybody same effort, same expectation across the board.
You know, it's real important. You know, they preach next man up, always be ready. You know, never know when the time will come. So the team needed me at the time. You know, arguably our best player went down, so we just had to step up and be ready for it. I feel good, honestly. You know, we prepare for it every week. You know, stay in the training room, stay in treatment, stay going hard at practice. So I feel good right now. I might be hurt tomorrow, but right now I feel yeah, for sure. You know, we still got some stuff to clean up. You know, we never satisfied. A couple penalties, couple missed plays, but I feel like we came out with that second half and really got it together and executed well, and that's how we got it. Yeah, I was talking to Coach Isaac. You know, he was like itching, like, come on, let's just go. Me and Cooley, like, yeah, get four. But you know, I get it though. You know, when we want to be classy and show respect to our opponents, so it was cool. I was cool with it.
The exchanges tonight, I think there was a fumble on one of those, or just kind of talk about that, and what is that, just kind of a one-off thing, or is that something you guys are still working through?
Yeah, it's just a one-off, just one of those things that happen. You know, the game never gonna be perfect. You know, sometimes just little things like that happen, man. You know, so when those happen, we should try to get back up. You know, tell everybody that it's okay. Keep your head up. Don't dwell on those things. You know, a mishap gonna happen. A fumble snap, a offside penalty. So we try not to harp on it too much. Just get ready for the next play.